Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you the demo for the Ampliz healthcare platform. So on the Ampliz healthcare platform, we have three segmentations of the database, which is of physicians, hospitals, and executives. We have around 4.6 million physicians, around 8K hospitals, and around 200,000 executives database available in the platform. So how you start looking for physicians information is that you click on Get Started. Once you click on that, you will be able to see the complete database that we have available for the physicians, which is around 4.6 million physicians. You can sort and filter the physicians by the different filter options that we have available on the site. As you can see, you can filter the physicians by their business emails or by their consumer emails, which can be like their Gmails or Yahoo mails, etc. You can also search by intent or keyword, like you can put in a keyword like a psychiatrist or dentist, etc. If you just want to do a quick search for these specialities. You can also search by the hospital's name, as in like the physicians who are working in a particular hospital, like Mayo Clinic. You can just search by their name. You can just click on the hospital's name. Like for example, let me search Mayo. So here, Mayo Clinic, you just click on the search option. You'll be able to see all the physicians that we have in our database who are working in the Mayo Clinic, right? So similarly, we have other filters that we have in the physicians database. Like you can search by the physicians by their NPI number. You can search the physicians by which hospitals type they work in, whether it's a children's hospital, critical access hospital, health systems, long-term acute care hospitals, etc. You can search by medicines, like what medicine a particular physician is prescribing. You can put in the medicine's name, and you can see how many physicians are particularly prescribing that medicine. Let me just search like by a medicine's, like two letters of any medicine, like for example say Rebif. I want to know who are the physicians who are prescribing this medicine Rebif. You click on the medicines search result and you'll be able to see 994 physicians who are prescribing Rebif at this point of time. Looks like this medicine is for neurology related purposes, so all neurologists are prescribing this medicine. So moving ahead with the filters that we have for this particular physician database, you also have information that you can look for in terms of what specialties these particular physicians or nurses belong to. You can search by their specialty, like dentists, by other healthcare specialties. Like for example, let me just put in dentist here. So you have the dentists, the healthcare professionals, the nurses, the pharmacies, etc. So if I just click on, say, dentist here and just click on search, you'll be able to see all the dentists. So we have around 255,000 dentists available in our database. So once you are okay with the kind of filters that you want to put in, you also have the filters for subspecialty, you have filters for location, wherein you can search physicians by state, by county, by city, etc. Once you're happy with all the filters that you have put in, this is the kind of result that you will be getting, which is basically the information about the particular physician. So if I click on this person's information, you will be able to see that apart from the general information that you get, which is basically their email IDs, phone numbers, their address, web address, etc., you also get in this database the prescribing drugs that this particular physician is prescribing. Like for example, these are all the drug names that this particular physician is prescribing, what is the total claim for the drugs, what is the cost of the drugs, etc. Like let me click on this drug name. This is the information that you get for this particular drug. Like it will tell you like what this drug is doing, or like what is the medical claims for these drugs, what is the retail cost, how many patients are being prescribed this drug, who are the prescribers who are prescribing this drug. You can get that information. You can also see the doctor's name who are prescribing this drug, what is their NPI number, their city, specialty, etc. So this is the information that you get from the physician's database. About like general information about the physicians. You can use the filters. You can also get information about the medicines that they're prescribing. The second segmentation in the database we have is for the hospitals. So let me just click on that tab. In the hospitals, you are able to see that we have around 8,000 hospitals. And again, as we have seen in the case of physicians, we have multiple filters for segregating the hospitals based on your requirements. You can search by hospital's name. You can search by the entity type, as in like what kind of hospital it is, whether it's a health system or a hospital. You can check by the hospital status, which is opening or is it active. You can check by the type, which is children's hospital, critical access hospital, health systems, etc. Let me just click on one of these to show you how it works. So let me just click on critical access hospital and I'll click on the search option. You see that we have around 1000 hospitals who fall under the critical access hospital category. You can also search by ownership type, you can search by the bed range, you can search by the geoclassification, location, etc. So in terms of bed range, let us just search for one of these categories as well. So I'll go for the bed ranges 51 to 100 and 251 to 500. Let us see how many hospitals have this particular bed range. So we have around 2,359 hospitals, right? So let us get back again to the complete hospitals list that we were looking, and let me just take you through all the data points that we have for that particular hospitals that we are showcasing here. Like, let us take the first search, which is the John Hopkins Hospital. So when I click on this, the general information that you see in the hospital's overview basically has the web address, entity type, hospital type, ownership, etc. information that you require for that particular hospital. We also have the location details, including a city, state, county, PACS, phone numbers, geolocations, etc. So this is the information that you get in the overview. In the physicians tab for this hospital, you can see all the physicians who are working in the hospital that we have in our database. You can see their name, their titles, their email addresses, etc. You can also view the executives who are working in this hospital, whether they are in operations, program managers, coordinators, etc. that we have in the database. You can see that. You can see the financial information about this particular hospital, their earnings, their cost and budgets, their assets, liabilities, other financial information, etc. that you would like to see are all available here. You can also see the alliances for this hospital, like which are the other organizations that this particular hospital is, affiliated to or has alliances with. You can see other specifications of the hospital. You can see the value stats and other information like, the total stats, hospital stats, etc. Like how many discharges were there, how many Medicare discharges were there, how many staff beds are available. So all this information is available on the hospital's platform. This is the information that you get for the hospitals. Now moving ahead to the executive search category that we have in the healthcare platform. So this gives you everybody who is not like a physician or a nurse, but other people who are working in the hospitals like directors, VPs, etc. in the sales department or marketing department, operations department, etc. So we have around 200,000 executives in our database, and you can search them by the contacts, as in with email and without email, or all people. Doesn't matter whether they have an email or not. You can search by a person's name. You can search by the hospital's name in which these executives work. You can search by their titles. You can search by the level in which they are working. Like for example, let's do a search for CVD level, right? And just click on the search option. You can see like we have around 74,000 decision makers in executive levels who are working in C-suite level, director level, manager level. Okay. You can also search by the departments like business development, engineering, finance, IT, laboratory, operations, etc. You can also filter it down by state, by county, by city, by zip code. So let us take all C, D, and M level people, and let us, just click on say business development. Let us say we take human resources and marketing and medical. Okay, and then have a search done here. We have around 12,331 executives for the level C, D, and M for these particular departments. Now let's just open up one of these contacts and let's see what we have information. So information here is for Robert Peck, who works in the Mayo Clinic. He is the chief medical officer. We have the phone number, fax, their web address, email, etc. all available here. So this is the kind of information that you'll get. Now, the whole system of Ampliz healthcare platform, how it works is on the credit basis. So each time you view a particular person's information, one credit gets deducted. And if you download a person's information, also then one credit gets deducted. But if you have already viewed a person's information and you view that again, then no credits are being deducted. So now, as you can see, I have 4,984 credits. If you click on a person's information, and you just close it, the uncredit gets deducted. based on the what packages you're going ahead with, these can be different. Like for example, some of the packages, the views are unlimited, you can view as many as possible, and we only charge you for the downloads that you're doing. So how do you download information that you are seeing here? So let me just take you through the actions that you can do here. You can download people's information here. So what you can do is you can click on the information. I have selected all in this case, and you can click on actions, you click on download. What you'll be able to see is you can download like the selected number of records or all records that we have. You can download in form of an Excel, CSV, or text. You can just put in the download file name and click on download, and it will be available on your system based on the format type that you have requested for. This is pretty much how the healthcare platform for Ampliz works. Please do check us out and let us know your feedback. Thank you.